Kris Gethin. I'm going to be training to prepare for an Ironman. Most people give themselves 2 years. I'm giving myself 6 months. And we're going to do it.
I've just had to stop. I'm absolutely shattered.
Alright, it's day 99. It is the Monday, only a few days away from Judgment Day. 6 days where we'll be competing in our Half-Ironman in Coeur d'Alene. So the volume is going down with the 3 disciplines and within the gym. For the majority of the week, I'm going to be working on stabilizer muscles, our fixators, our secondary muscles, our balance muscles, core strength. However, arms at the start of the week, and it's a smaller muscle group, and it doesn't involve itself too much, so I can still get in a proper workout today. We're going to do the antagonistic supersets as we usually do, going from triceps to biceps or biceps to triceps, allowing the antagonistic muscle group to recover, while the other one is being worked and broken down. Oh, great workout. So we made sure that we completely obliterated biceps, triceps and abs, and allowed the rest of our week now to recover. And so that is it for now. We're going to hit cardio up at Lucky Peak Reservoir and meeting Bailey up there. All right, so it's the middle of the day, the hottest part of the day, it feels like. But it's supposed to be 80 degrees at Coeur d'Alene this weekend at the Half-Ironman, so better start getting used to the heat right now. So we're going for an open water swim now. We're at Lucky Peak, absolutely beautiful here. So we've just zipped up. We've got our very flattering wetsuits on. And Bailey here is hopefully going to give us some tips. So we're going to walk in as some terrible swimmers, but we're going to come out as elite athletes, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no pressure. You better pull it off, girl. Feels good getting in a colder environment, actually, and learnt a lot from Bailey in regards to sighting, because I noticed I was all over the place, and Bailey said she sights every 2 strokes.
I say every 2, but every 2 to 5.
Every 2 to 5, and I would normally do it every 8 to 10. So I thought, okay, I'll try doing it more often now. Man, I was getting so exhausted doing it. I was out of breath because I noticed every time I popped my head up, my ass would come down. So Bailey just watched me doing it. She said the whole of my head is coming out of the water, and like my mouth and my nose is coming out. Just try popping your eyes up. It's so bloody simple. Like, sounds stupid being told that. Right, so I just started popping my eyes out, and my ass wasn't sinking now. And then you just pop over and take that breath. So it's one motion basically, isn't it? And yeah, night and day. So glad you got this really little swimming. Thank you very much,
No problem.
my lady. Appreciate it. Now, the hardest part is trying to get out of this bloody rocky area with sensitive little feet. So, day 99 is coming to a close. Just finished a good Skype call with Mike Fairkick. Gave me a lot of good information going into this week's race. So, the more that I speak to people that have been there, done it, the more relaxed I feel about it, because I'm able to visualize things much more. I feel that I'm starting to able to visualize this a little bit more, even though I've never been there. I'm trying to visualize what the place looks like, the temperature, the clearness of the water. So no surprises when I get there, you know, I just need to be prepared. So I asked Mike if it's okay for me to get in the sauna and do a little bit of heat therapy before I get up to Coeur d'Alene, because I friggin' hate the heat. I'm a typical thick-blooded Welshman, so I need to acclimatize. So instead of going for the sauna, I thought, you know what, I'll just wrap up warm, put 100 pounds on my weights vest. So I got some leggings on underneath here, and these clothes and these trousers. Then I got a couple of layers on top. I'm going for a little stroll. Nice Sunday stroll on a Monday in the heat. I must be friggin' mad. Well, I get myself into these things, I better run my way out of it. That is our first circuit. Now I'm only doing around 10-12 repetitions on each exercise here, because as I said before, I'm using this as my deload week. You know, if you want to just focus purely on muscle building, then go to absolute failure on all these exercises. Throw the weight up and, you know, make sure that you're reaching failure at around 15 repetitions and keeping it really intense. Or you can just repeat last week's exercises if you like. Day 100 in the sunshine. Just finished 2 of the 400 drills in this immense heat, which makes a massive difference. I'm sweating profusely. I'm not even halfway through. God, my asthma, I don't know why, is really playing up today. But, you know, can't complain about it. Well, maybe a little whinge. There's nothing to it but to do it. 15 seconds, another 400 at a half-Ironman pace. So we've got chest and back superset today. Again, we're not going to be going flat out with compound, with traditional movements. We're just activating the muscle groups, working our fixators, our core. As easy as this may look, this is really getting a bit of a sweat up. Generally, when you're getting out of breath through an exercise like this, it does mean that you are activating your core, which is good. That's what we want today. One high, one mid, one low. Okay, so upper traps, middle traps, lats. Day 101. I'm gonna go out for the little bike ride now. Got my bestest helmet on. Don't look sexy. And it's the middle of the day. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and it's extremely hot outside. So it's the perfect time to go out for a ride. So we got an hour session today, including a warm up and a cool down. And then that's gonna be followed only by a 10-minute run just to get our legs back into practice of, you know, utilizing that movement after the discipline of the long cycle that we'll have this weekend. It'll be very easy. The only thing that's going to be hard is the heat. So making sure that you're hydrating about every 6 to 8 minutes. Maybe set an alarm on your watch and just take a little sip. All right, let's go for a little ride. It's day 102 and was it Thursday? So it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days until the Half-Ironman, and I've got everything pretty much packed here. I just wanted to show you, this is how I generally travel. I'll have clothes on one section and I'll have my supplements in another. I like to get everything ready several days before, always, whenever I'm traveling, just to make sure that I have everything packed. And if I do then remember things throughout the day, it's much more likely once I've got everything packed, I could do with adding that or removing that once I've got everything organized. This is a shocking intro to day 102. me with this contraption on my head, but this is going to help work the neck when I'm in the aero position. I'm having to look up for hours on the bike. It really does make my neck ache. So I'm hoping this will help alleviate a lot of the strain that I'll get over the weekend, and obviously as I go into the full Ironman in a couple of months' time. So just working on activating the neck muscles. Ooh, I'm getting into the deep end now. Hope I don't drop this camera. So I'd begun with 300 meters, just easy. Then I went 200 meters with the paddles and the buoy between my legs, not buoy as I keep saying, buoy between my legs. And so these are the paddles, obviously, that I use. These finis. I like these because your thumb just goes in there, and if you get it wrong, it falls off. And I had this buoy between my legs, and I did that for 200 meters, where I'm really working the triceps, activating the lats, getting the feel for the water. And then I went into 100 meters easy, and then this is the key part, I did 100 meters as fast as I could. Well, 90%, which is still bloody fast for me. And I timed that, and I managed to get 1 minute 39. So when I go into the half Ironman this week, we know where we should be categorized. So if it's a rolling start, they may have signs and they say, if this is your 100-meter time, between this time, this is when you enter the water. You know, everybody get in this group, sort of thing. So I'll have a better understanding. And now I'm just going to finish with 150 meters and cool down. So this is the deload week. Remember, it's going to be tough mentally to do less. You're not going to build fitness now during this last week going into Sunday. You know, your fitness should be already in the bank at least a week prior to this, you know, so don't even think about pushing yourself hard, thinking more is better. Like I said, mentally it's going to be tough. But anyway, I'm going to finish off with a 100-meter cool down, and we did for today.
Tricky was upright and
Quarter lane for the
carry-on items stowed in an overhead bin under that
of
seat.
course, not eating the airplane food. I got myself a nice healthy burrito wrap. Maybe rough. We're in Quarter Lane for the half Ironman. So we've been training now for about 4 months. Obviously the end goal is the full Ironman. That's another 2 months away from now. But this to me today is like a full Ironman. You know, it's supposed to be the baby step, but it's over 70 miles. So we got a lot of ground to cover, and I'm just going to try to finish this thing. So just want to see if I'm up to the task. Mentally, I feel good. You know, I feel like I'm prepared. I've got all my equipment ready. I'm not really nervous. I don't get nervous unless I've forgotten something. I haven't forgot anything so far, so I feel pretty good. You know, I'm just trying to remind myself to have fun with this. Just smile. Every now and again, remind myself to go out there and smile. I don't have pressure to win, you know. I'm not here to win. I'm here to finish this, because if I think back to the very beginning where I'd only do like 2 laps and be completely out of breath in the pool to what I'm doing now, I feel that's a good achievement by itself. This is just going to hopefully solidify that I'm going in the right direction. It's probably about 6 o'clock, so by 7 o'clock I'm going to be in bed, which people think, God, that's so early. And I'm thinking, well, it's only about 2.5 hours earlier than what I normally go to, you know, the time that I normally go to bed anyway. Considering how hilly this is, considering how hot it is, and considering that the rankings of Ironman competitions throughout the world, Quarter Lane comes in the red as one of the very hardest. 3, 2, 1. this work and on the aeromat and a lot of core stability, it made me a much stronger swimmer, a much stronger cyclist, a much stronger runner with better technique. I am a unique individual within myself. My weight requires more power, so I have to take everything within consideration that we're a bodybuilder out doing a triathlete sport, not a triathlete doing a triathlon. I couldn't run as fast as I wanted to. When I hit about mile 4 or 5, my flexors were just so fatigued. I really had a lot of problems picking up my legs. My expectations before the race was just to finish in the cutoff time, and that time was 8.5 hours. And I managed to get, pacing myself at 6 hours 19. So it was over 2 hours less than what I anticipated. In all honesty, it felt like the perfect race. It felt like the perfect day. Like the wetsuit didn't let in any water, the goggles didn't leak, I had no mechanical problems. And I'm very, very happy with what I was able to achieve today. I felt very comfortable in all disciplines except for the run. I was probably running at around 11 minute per mile pace when I'm used to doing something closer to like 9 minutes. It's good, I'm glad that it held me back because now that gives me the opportunity to work on this weakness and hopefully turn that weakness into a weapon.